What is going on, guys? It's me, Severin7, and today I'm bringing you a Jeskai birds list. This deck is ridiculous and fun. It's one of the most unique ways to play aggro in the format right now, so we're going to put it through 40 games and see how it holds up against all the other aggro decks and the myriad of control and mid-range decks floating around in the ladder. Let's get right into that deck list. Alright, Birds of a Feather, I'm calling it. So this is built around Balmor, Battle Mage Captain, a 2-mana 1/3 with flying. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain trample until end of turn. The trample part of this is super nice. Obviously, the +1/+0 is very good as well. And we have a bunch of cheap instants and sorceries to help us with that, as well as a host of cheap birds like Harrier Strix and Mockingbird, Plume-Creed Escort for protection, as well as just a cheap bird that we can flash in at the end of our opponent's turn, and Slickshot Show-Offs because it is also a bird that benefits from us casting instants and sorceries. 3 copies of Jackdaw Savior so that this dies or one of these dies, we can get back our cheaper birds. Same thing with Strike Force. Strike Force is just nice because it's flying, double strike, and vigilance, and so if we start pumping that up, it's a lot of damage all of a sudden. Requisition Raid is a fantastic tool in this deck because we can blow up opposing temporary lockdowns unexpectedly for the opponent and get back a bunch of our stuff, especially since things like Slickshot Show-Off have haste. Into the Floodmaw can also bounce temporary lockdown at instant speed, which is pretty nice. Monstrous Rage, obvious include because it just gives our creatures a big bonus and then triggers Balmor. And Lightning Helixes for the same reason, gains us some life, triggers Slickshots and Balmors. And then we also have 2 Valley Quest Callers in the list as our honorary birds, since it does give +1/+1 to birds that we control. And whenever a bird that enters, we get to try 1. So the deck's a lot of fun. It's very low to the ground. It's very fast. Sometimes we just slot a couple of Slickshot Show-Offs and play a Balmor and play a couple of Slickshot Show-Offs and a Monstrous Rage and a Lightning Helix, and that's just it. So we're gonna put it through 40 games and see how it feels against all the decks in the ladder. And make sure if you find this deck useful and you find this video entertaining that you take a quick moment to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Every one of those helps. Let's get right to it. All right, Hydrad. Let's bird it up, Hydrad. Caw, caw, caw. We go first. Inspiring Vantage. Swamp for the opponents. Let's plot a Show-Off. Another Swamp for our opponents. We will plot another Show-Off. Pass the turn. Fabled Passage for the opponents. Let's see if they are secretly not mono black. Nope, mono black. Alright. Let's play a Mountain and a Strike Force, which will probably not live, but I mean, if we play anything this turn, this is the card we play. Pass the turn. They didn't remove it. We need an instant or sorcery. Right now, that's the issue. Opponent's gonna make a sacrifice, which is annoying. Which means now we have to play these Show-Off. Monstrous Rage is very good. There we go. Alright, so... Show-Off. Show-Off. Battle Mage. Monstrous Rage. Seven here. 4 there. Pass the turn. And we have a Plume-Creed Escort to protect our Balmor. We just need to hope we draw some kind of instant or sorcery next turn, and that should be game. Unless the opponent just wipes the board here somehow. Virtue of Persistence. We will say no to that. And hope they don't have a second removal spell. They do. They go after that Show-Off, which is fine. They still scoop. Alright. GG. Rapture's Demise. We get to go first. 1 mana is sketchy. Oh, this is worse. I want the 1 mana hand back. As much as I don't like it, it is better against like an aggro deck. We'll keep. Suppose I'm gonna put the forge back. Well, there's a Harrier Strix. That's something. It's at least a creature to play. Tap their swamp. Amalia. Okay, thankfully we found the third land. Get in with the Strix. Now I just need a Balmor. Opponent has removal for the strike force, it looks like. Maybe not. We'll get lucky. I like these sleeves. Lunar Convocation, sure. Ooh, Valley Quest Caller, very good draw. Now we're cooking. Our honorary bird helping us catch our prey. Let me draw a Mockingbird next, that'd be great. Zoraline. We will bounce that. Nope. Get out of here. Out, out, out. And we will blow up that convocation and put a counter on our stuff. So bye-bye and counters. Get in there. Opponent's at 1. And barring a board wipe, I think we got it. Ladies and gentlemen. Birds, man. Caw. Let's give him the caw. Sure. They're still dead. Good effort, though. GG. Boom, ready. Red Dragon X. Oh, man. No, not dragons. Against our poor little birdies. Opponent's going first. I don't like having a tap land on one, but what are we going to do? Opponent has tap land also, but their tap land pings us for damage. And that one gains them a life. So let's pass. Concealed Courtyard and Starscape Cleric. Player Escort. They can't block. Oh, they have a removal spell. Dang it. Let's play Balmor. We have a backup one, so. Lunar Convocation. They surveil. Keep it on top. Do they have another cut down? They do. How rude. Well, let's play another Balmor. They pay 2, draw a card. Find another cut down because they're just very good at the game. We finally find a third land, so let's play Jackdaw Savior because we can block with that and get back a Balmor if we have to. Opponent pays 2, draws a card. Amalia. You know what? I'm not going to block this time. I'm gonna place a swamp. Lily pad village. So I'm gonna play a Harrier Strix. Tap their swamp. I'm gonna Mockingbird. Oh, wait. No, that's fine. Let's hit Amalia. And then we'll save that. Get in for 3. Opponent's gonna draw a card. I like that they're just killing themselves for us. Deep Cavern Bat. That is annoying. Their only option, though, is to take Blood Maw or Helix, and then we'll just use whichever one they take, if they don't take, to get rid of the bat. So still feeling pretty good about this. If they take the end of the Flood Maw, sure. When it gets in, no blocks. Do they have another 2-drop? Essence Channeler, sure. Hit the bat. Gain a life. Explore. Get a land. Let's put a counter on our stuff. And get in like this. And then plan on into the Flood Mawing whichever is the greater threat this turn. Either Essence Channeler or Starscape Cleric, depending on what they play. They draw a card. They're at 1. Deep Cavern Bat. I mean, I am just going to bounce the Channeler. Like, yeah, they can replay it, but they're at 1, so as long as they don't have another removal spell, I think we're okay. Do we have any 1 mana? No, we don't. Okay. GG. Got there. I found you, opponent. Instant 0371. We get to go first. I like this. Chrome Coast. We'll plan on just plotting the show-offs. Storm Chaser's Talent. Okay, can we outrun Storm? Probably. If we're lucky. We need to draw some instants and sorceries to trigger these show-offs. Emberheart Challenger puts us to 17. Another show-off. I'm gonna play an island. Monastery Swift Spear. And another talent, so it's going to give all the stuff prowess. Okay. I need, like, a lightning helix here. That's not a lightning helix. West Caller. West Caller. No Strike Force. Go off. Scry a bunch. No. No. Go off. Try some more. No. Goodness, where are all of our instants and sorceries? We have a lot of them. No attacks. They go to combat, so they're probably pretty confident that they can just blow us out here. Witchstalker's Frenzy gets rid of one of our show-offs. They would have been smarter to get rid of a quest caller, but yeah, they didn't think about it. I mean, they still could have won probably, but that wasn't the right target at all. I found somebody to play. Rygus. See if they can stop the onslaught of birdies. Been doing pretty dang well so far. Ugh. Okay, this is okay. We'll put back the Mockingbird because we don't have blue, right? We'll plot the show off. Opponent's also playing red. They plot a Demonic Ruckus. Advantage, plot the show off. We have a Helix, which can help us. Opponent is going to Demonic Ruckus, smack us for 4, but they lose out on that card. Alright, so I think the correct play here is show off Helix. Monstrous Rage. As much as I don't want to blow all this right now. Let's get him out of shock territory. The opponent can't just shock him. And then next turn we can play Quest Caller. Hopefully we'll draw a blue mana. That would be amazing. Because then we can protect something and get a scry off. Fire Hero from the opponent. Felonious Rage, so it has haste, and it's a 4/2. And Monstrous Rage, so it's 7/3. Beautiful. Just mono red things over here. Harrier Strix, not helping us. Get in for 3. We just gotta hope we draw into something. Our opponent can definitely outrun us at this point. If we'd drawn a blue mana this turn, I would have felt a little better, but we did not. Another Emberheart Challenger. I'm sure they have a non-creature spell. Another Felonious Rage, yep, so we can't block. It's 9 damage. Can't do anything about it, so we need a Monstrous Rage or a Lightning Helix. There we go. We did it! By the skin of our teeth! We outran them. GG. I am ready. Vargas 42. Let's get cacawing. Need blue mana. This is better. What do we put back? Savior, I guess? Plains and a Squirrel from the opponent. Carrier Strix. Tapio Skrill. Alright, this is looking like we're just going to be plotting show-offs for a couple turns. And then Quest Caller, Monstrous Rage into some nonsense. Into the Flood Maw is good for later, so let's plot this. We need to draw lands. Back for 1. Resolute Reinforcements. What are they playing? Big old bunny corn. Okay, that's a problem. Land, please. That's not a land. Boy, I really need a land before they kill me. Planes. If they don't do anything crazy here, maybe we'll be okay. Peacekeeper. Oh, that's gonna hit our monstrous rages. That's a nightmare. No, he hits Quest Caller. I don't even think that's the right call, to be honest. Battlefield Forge. Do we win? Show off. Show off. Monstrous Rage. Pump pump. Monstrous Rage. Pump pump. Into the Flood Maw. Bounce their thing. Pump pump. GG. Easy game. We gave him the cacao, right? All right, we are 8-0 with this right now. Let's see if we can keep it up. O's 4. This is not the hand for it. Opponent is going first. And we do not... If we had a red mana, this would be fine, but we do not. And I'm not willing to risk it. Mulligan. Okay, I guess we'll put back the Slick Shot. We're just gonna have to hope we find Valley Quest Caller or something. We get it back anyway, of course. I should have played the Lily Pad Village. I'm very bad at this. Tap their island. Opponent defiantly makes a blue mana. Lily Pad Village. Harrier Strix. Opponent deduces. Oh, I'm gonna tap your clue token. How about that? Meticulous Archive. Control is definitely our weakness, so I don't see us doing fantastically here, especially with no red mana. Or even a third mana would be nice, so we could at least play this Jackdaw Savior. Opponent deduces. We need red mana, please. Hey, red mana. Alright, let's plot the show off. Make our opponent wonder what they need to do about these little 1/1 birds that are just annoying them to death. 8 more turns, guys. And we'll have them dead with these Harrier Strixes. They really are get losting our Strix. That's hilarious. Get on top. We get a land. Okay, we got a land. Let's. Wait, no, we're doing this all bass backwards. Colorless from this. See what we find. Opponent is considering. Monstrous Rage is good. Screw it, I'm just gonna copy the Strix. Let's tap their archive. Opponent defiantly makes a blue. Draws a card. Still forced them to do something during a phase that they wouldn't normally do it, and that's a win. Anytime we can make... Oh, temporary lockdown. Give me a break. Alright, I'm gonna play Strike Force. If they don't have removal for it, then we could potentially kill them next turn, maybe. They discarded a Sunfall, so they probably have a Sunfall, right? just gonna play a Balmor. They have to have a counter spell or something. Yeah, no more lies. Alright, fine. Opponent is just spamming this emote. I'm gonna give him the caca. Caca! If they try to remove this, we have Plume Creed Escort. Stroke of Midnight? No way! Jose! You take your 2 damage and like it. Ah. If we get them low enough, we'll eventually just win on a turn they tap out with the show off. Into the Flood Maw. Oh, that's so good. We can hit that lockdown. Opponent takes it. Farsight Ritual, sure. So even if they Sunfall, we get to bounce this, we get back the Mockingbird and the Strix. Which isn't crazy or anything, but that paired with Show Off should be enough. Caca! They really are just spamming this emote. I'm not gonna go crazy. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna plot this too. Get in. There's no stick. Do they really not have an instant or anything right now? I'm just playing it safe because I'm not gonna lose a game to control when I have a way to literally punish them for tapping out for anything. Beza, the Boundless Spring, sure. The life gain from this is not gonna be enough. Alright. We bounce the lockdown. Do they have a counter? I'm gonna force them to use whatever they're gonna tap out this turn. Yep, no more lies. Sure. Alright, they're toast. Go off. Go off. Monstrous Rage before they can... Yeah. We Monstrous Rage before combat so they can't Elspeth Smite the Strike Force if they have it. And then, yeah, GG. Ready. Look it's Puck. You go first. I like going first. We don't have any white mana though, which is a little bit of a problem. I'm gonna mulligan. I don't like this. I don't love this either, but it's better. What do we put back? I guess Flood Maw. This isn't super fast or anything, but it's a hand that does things and stuff. And as long as we're doing things and stuff, we're okay. Well, let's see if this resolves. Removal spell? Removal spell. And get a food token. Lily Pad Village. Pass turn. I mean, if we have to start beating them up with this Restless Anchorage, we will. Gotta draw another white mana first, though. My turn. There's a Balmor. What are the odds that lives? Probably not very high, but we're gonna try. Is this really gonna be the end of our streak? Too many spells, not enough fun. I'm not gonna sacrifice the food to draw a card. That makes me think they don't have at least instant-based removal. Bandit's Talent, sure. We'll discard Raid, I guess. Another Bandit's Talent. I suppose we will discard a Lightning Helix. I'm gonna play this Jackdaw Savior. The opponent has more discard than they have more discard. Hopefully not. But I think it's better to get a creature down. Especially because we have... They kill the Jackdaw Savior, we can get back the Plume Creed Escort. If they get rid of the Balmor, then eventually they'll have to get rid of the Savior, which will get us back the Balmor anyway, so. What do they got? They tapped colorless and black. Braids the Arisen Nightmare. And they're going to pump up both talents, sure. Stack a land. Nope, you can have it. Valley Quest Caller. Beautiful draw. We'll play Valley Quest Caller and we'll get in. Monstrous Rage the Balmor. Pump up the Savior. Smack him for 10. 11, sorry. And then they gotta deal with this. They have a board wipe, that's unfortunate, but we would still get back at least the Plume Creed Escort if they do that. And we do have a Lightning Helix, so they're effectively at 5. What are they going to do? Being very careful with their black mana. Choking Miasma is enough to kill the Jackdaw Savior, but we get back the Escort. They get rid of the Quest Caller, that's fine. It doesn't end the game. They have no mana left. That's GG. 10 games in a row, man. That's crazy. Caca! Let's give him the caca. Boom! GG. Alright, and we're back for the post-game wrap. So, 40 games, 55%. Nothing too crazy from this deck, but that's to be expected with an aggro deck. You know, it's all or nothing, and, you know, but the games are quick, the games are concise, and this is way more fun to play than mono red. So, 55% is still a respectable win rate, considering that the top meta decks are typically hovering around 56, 57%. So, this is definitely worth the time if you want to play something different than mono red. And it's not very expensive. Most of these cards are uncommons, a few rares, but no mythics or anything. So pretty cheap deck, and absolutely a blast. I like this deck a lot. I think it's got a lot of fun games. And I honestly think that maybe I'm running too many lands. 22 lands when we curve out at 3 and we only have 5 3-drops. I've seen mono red running 21, 20, even 19 sometimes, and I did lose more games than I'd like to flooding out. So I would say if I cut a few lands and added a few spells to the deck, maybe it would be a little more consistent, but I didn't want to make any big changes in the middle of the playthrough just to not skew the results. So I think cut a couple of lands, add a couple more pump spells, burn spells, or stuff like that, and see how that goes. If you have any ideas for how to improve the deck or what I could be playing to make the deck more fun or more consistent, I'd love to hear it in the comments. So if you enjoyed watching me play this deck as much as I enjoyed playing it for you, I hope you'll take a quick moment to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Every one of those is much appreciated. I love playing for you guys and growing together as a community, and you guys are what make this possible. So thank you for making it this far, and I will catch you in the next one.